on Monday, January 31st, we decided that it was time for Micah to get his booster shot for the vaccine for COVID. And the next day, Tuesday, he came down with some symptoms, and one of them was low-grade fever. And the main thing for him was a headache is what he was experiencing with that COVID booster shot. And, a couple days went on and his headache was still there.
It's like a pressure pushing out of my head, like in this area right here. All I could basically do was lay down and take a nap or whatever for pretty much the whole month of February and into March. So it wasn't a very good experience.
We must have gone, with Tylenol, Advil. He was missing a lot of school. Then I decided, well, let's try our local chiropractor. I thought he may be able to do some work with Micah. And we went maybe 3, going on 4 tries with our chiropractor. And he wasn't getting any relief from that yet. So then we thought we better go to the doctor. So one thing they did for us that was helpful is they did do a CT scan. So we knew that what was going on, his head was normal, but we didn't know what the headaches were from actually. We figured it was maybe the COVID shot. He did prescribe some meds for Micah, and he did go on prednisone, which really did nothing for Micah except for keep him more awake.
I lost a lot of sleep for when I was taking that for the first few doses, and then it went down to a smaller dose, but I still couldn't sleep as well, I noticed.
So the prednisone was doing nothing. So I was emailing back with my doctor, and he said, well, the next step would probably is to go see a pediatric neurologist. So that was going on to more the beginning of March. And I was thinking, okay, well, now we got to go on and get a referral and move on to see somebody in Grand Forks. But by the grace of God, it was on a Wednesday newscast for Channel 8, WDAY. And I happened to see the story with the Swanson Hyperbarics on the news story. And one of it was interviewing a gentleman who was having, I believe it was COVID, a long hauler. And what I heard him say was he had a treatment, and within the half hour, his headache went away. And that was a lot of bells and whistles went off for me. And I just thought, wow, okay, maybe this is something that we need to pursue. And that Thursday, March 3rd, I think, I got on the phone with a very good secretary and receptionist, I guess. And by Friday, we had an appointment on the 9th of March with Micah to come. And what was helpful is that we did have the CT scan, so we could meet with the doctor, and he could see that his head was normal, and he was able to have his first treatment on that Wednesday, the 9th. And halfway through the treatment, his headache went away.
We were in there for an hour, and then on the way down, my ears started to hurt a little bit on the first time, and he kept it stable for a little bit, but that went away, and then it was fine for the rest of the time. And then we came back the next day, and my headache disappeared about half hour through, and then it was fine for the rest of the night. And then into the evening, I guess, our dive was probably, it ended around 1 o'clock. So then by 6 o'clock at night or so, it was back. And then it wasn't full strength though. It was probably 70% headache. And then the next day we went back, but my ears were a little messed up from the first time. So I wasn't able to do my dive, the next one. So then we made another appointment for the next week, and that one after that one, it was gone forever. After the first half hour, you went in, and then it was gone by the full hour.
It's
It
been
was-
about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. After that, it was gone, pretty all gone. After my second dive there.
We were just so happy that we found a relief. You know, as a parent, you don't like watching your child suffer. And I was going crazy with what could we do to help him. And seeing your story on the news was a lifesaver. And we were able to get relief for him. And we're just happy. Life is back to normal for Micah.